Battle through the heavens, Grand World. Chapter 155. The Flame Spirit Gang flew into the sky. Lee. A loud sound suddenly came from the calm sky, and then a huge black feathered eagle flew across the sky like lightning, turning into a black dot and disappearing. Master has probably told me about Mr. Xiao. As an outsider, I can't say anything about it either. However, you should just follow your heart. Lin Jian sat cross-legged on the back of the eagle and said softly while looking forward. Xiao Yan, who was behind him, nodded slightly and did not say anything. By the way, I wonder where Mr. Xiao is going after he comes out of the Xiao clan. If he doesn't have a target, he can come to the Purple Radiance sect. Lin Jian turned around and said with interest. Xiao Yan was slightly shocked, then he shook his head with a smile and said, "Thank you for your kindness, Brother Lin. But I have a goal, the Yunluo Academy in the east of the Star Domain." Lin Jian nodded his head when he heard this. He couldn't help but feel some regret. After pondering for a while, he smiled and said, "The academy is not bad. My brother should be in the academy too, but he left in a fit of anger back then. He only said that he wanted to enter the academy, but he didn't say which one. Nearly 10 years have passed. I wonder how he's doing now." Lin Jian couldn't help but sigh when he said this. Oh, Xiao Yan also looked at Lin Jian in surprise. He hesitated for a moment and said, "I don't know his name. Maybe I can meet him in Yunluo Academy." Lin Jian pursed his lips and said, "His name is Lin Dao. When he left home, he was only 17 years old. I don't know what he looks like now, but his talent is indeed very strong. 10 years ago, he was already a peak of monarch spirit warrior. These years, if he joined the academy, he would probably have the strength of a monarch emperor level warrior." Lin Dao. Xiao Yan repeated the name in his mind. "But he may have died. Although I really don't want to think that way, it is also possible. After all, the academy is not the ivory tower. There is still a necessary trial. Besides, his personality will not allow him to live in mediocrity for all these years." Speaking up to this point, Lin Jian raised his head. With a bitter mouth, he said, "Our parents died early, only as 3 siblings. In the end, I had an argument with him again. When he left, Lin Yi was only 7 years old. A few years ago, Lin Yi and I came to the Spirit Heaven Mansion. I was accepted as a disciple by Sect Master Xiao. These few years, I have been trying to find out more about him. But I didn't get a bit." Shaking his head, Lin Jian relaxed his tone and let out a self-deprecating laugh. Xiao Yan could only respond with silence. Compared to Lin Jian and his siblings, he was better off in fighting Qi Continent. Although his father was captured by the Hall of Souls, the 3 of them worked together and didn't have any conflicts with each other. Thinking of this, a trace of emotion emerged in Xiaoyan's heart. The feeling of longing surged out from the bottom of his heart like a tidal wave. "Once the matter with Xiao clan is over, let's go to the Yunluo Academy with all our strength." Taking a deep breath and making up his mind, Xiaoyan's eyes gradually became firm. Spirit Sky City. After Ji Yun, Fu Zan, and Bai Qian returned, the news and gift that they brought shocked the entire Spirit Sky City. It was filled with 5 storage rings of herbs, medicine pills, monarch crystals, and all kinds of heavenly and earthly treasures. This caused the group of elders from the Spirit Sky City's Alchemist Association to be so happy that they couldn't close their mouths. Some of the older elders even touched the golden certificate and cried with joy. They repeatedly said that the heavens had eyes. The City Lord's mansion of Spirit Sky City also became happy because of this. The colorful flags of the City Lord's mansion were fluttering in the air, like the atmosphere of a festival. The City Lord of Spirit Sky City, Ji Xiao, had already brought his subordinates to the Alchemist Association. Looking at the pile of good stuff in a room, everyone's breathing quickened. With these things, the strength of our Spirit Sky City can be improved by a lot. Ji Xiao was a middle-aged man. When he saw the pile of things in front of him, even his composure felt parched. Ji Yun, who was standing at the side, stroked his beard. After a moment of silence, he said to his subordinate, "Take out about 1/3 of these things and send them to the Flame Spirit Gang in Black Region." Ji Xiao's eyes widened like a copper bell when he heard this. He hastily said, "Big brother, are you crazy? Why are you giving so much to those small gangs? Ji Yun gave Ji Xiao a deep look and said in a deep voice, because these things were all obtained by the Flame Spirit Gang's leader for us. Why was Ji Xiao startled? He couldn't help but mutter to himself, wasn't it Fu Zan or Bai Qian? Who won the championship? Bai Qian frowned at the side. She looked at Ji Xiao with her beautiful eyes and said, Fu Zan and I were eliminated in the second round. Xiao Yan only won the championship after refining the 5th rank medicine pill in the 3rd round. 5th rank medicine pill. Ji Xiao was shocked once again. A monstrous genius who could refine pill competitions in the pill competition at this level actually appeared. But, even so, 1/3 of it is still too much. There are so many people from the City Lord's Mansion and the Alchemist Association. If we can make use of these things reasonably, it wouldn't be a problem to have 5 or 6 Monarch Emperor level warriors in the Spirit Sky City. Perhaps, I can even break through to the Emperor cultivation. Ji Xiao licked his lips. His eyes couldn't hide the greed in them. Who? Ji Yun took a deep breath when he heard that, and then said in a deep voice, Ji Xiao, listen up, that guy called Xiao Yan. His identity is definitely not simple. Even I can't tell his potential. The next time he comes back, who knows what kind of terrifying level he will reach. If he finds out what you are thinking today, no one can save you. I will put my words here today, 1/3 of the things here. I will give a little more to Flame Spirit Gang. If anyone dares to be corrupt, let me know, no matter who it is. I will kill him first. Hearing Ji Yun's words that contained killing intent, Ji Xiao couldn't help but tremble. Looking at Ji Yun's murderous gaze, Ji Xiao hurriedly nodded his head. Chairman, let me send it over. Furthermore, Spirit Sky City has received Xiao Yan's great help this time. I plan to stay in Black Region and help them. I don't plan to return for a short period of time. Bai Qian pursed her lips and the image of Xiao Yan flashed across her mind. She looked at Ji Yun and said with a trembling voice. Ji Yun took a deep look at Bai Qian and sighed as he nodded. Bai Qian gently smiled and was about to leave when Ji Yun's voice suddenly sounded. By the way, tell Wei Jun to find a time to merge the Black Sect into the Flame Spirit Gang. Also, the people of the City Lord's Mansion and the Alchemist Association, who needs the medicine pills or herbs, investigate them and ask them to go to the Black Region to do some things for the Flame Spirit Gang before coming back to collect them. Bai Qian nodded silently when she heard him. Just as she was about to leave, Fu Zan's voice suddenly sounded behind her, Teacher, I need an origin returning pill. Please help me stay. When I come back from Black Region, you can give it to me. Ji Yun did not say anything. He looked at Fu Zan and sighed in a low voice. After everyone left, Ji Xiao narrowed his eyes and looked at the pile of rare treasures in front of him. He said, now that we have these things, we can go all out and fight with the Feng family. Ji Yun expressionlessly nodded his head, then suddenly smiled and said, all right, let's start with the Spirit Sky City that the Feng family set up in the Black Region. Anyway, I have promised Xiao Yan that I will let his Flame Spirit Gang become the biggest gang in the Spirit Sky City. When Wei Jun handed over the token that represented the leader of the Profound Gang with a smile on his face, Bai Lufeng and Du Ruoxi stared at the former with their mouths agape. It was a long time before Bai Lufeng finally reacted. He exhaled a breath of air and spoke in a deep voice. Leader Wei, what is the meaning of this? Wei Jun laughed and said, does Leader Bai not know? The leader of your sect, Xiao Yan, is the leader of the pill competition in Spiritual Sky City. He has become the champion of this year's competition, and his status has risen. Spirit Sky City had also obtained great benefits. Previously, the Alchemist Association's Ji Yun had promised Gang Lord Xiao. If he won the championship, he would make the Flame Spirit Gang the #1 gang in the Spirit Sky City. Now, Ji Yun has started to fulfill his promise. Bai Qian, who was standing at the side, smiled. She looked at Du Ruoxi and said in a soft voice, you guys take the Profound Gang first. In a few days, we will assist you in attacking the Linkong. At that time, we will take down the entire Black Region. Bai Lufeng looked at the 10 smiling Emperor experts standing behind Wei Jun, Bai Qian, and Fu Zan. He couldn't help but feel a little dizzy. Xiao Yan had actually done it. Chapter end. Hi guys, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.